Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. In this video, I'm going to be showing you these Globosa Nana Cryptomeria or Dwarf Japanese Cedars. I've covered this in a video all by itself where I have lots and lots of detail about them, but in this video, I kind of want to take it around nursery that I'm at today. I'm at Pender Nursery in Garden, North Carolina. It's a wholesale nursery that sells to landscapers and other garden centers and that kind of thing for them to resell. Big giant group of these Globosa Nana Cryptomeria here behind me. Beautiful plant. They're soft to the touch. Globosa Nana is supposed to be hardy in zone. You'll see it 5 to 9 on websites. You'll see it 6 to 7, as narrow as 6 to 7. I'm in zone 7. They do great here. If you have any information on these dwarf Japanese cedars in zone 5, let me know in the comments on this. I actually just don't know the answer as to whether they'll go up into zone 5 or not. Definitely going to be hardy in zone 6 and down to 8A. The Southern Living Plant Collection has a new one called Dragon Prince. It's supposed to be more heat tolerant and heat tolerant down into zone 9. I haven't gotten my hands on it, so maybe if they're watching this video, they'll send me one of those and I can cover it. It also looks quite beautiful and even more compact in the photos I've seen than Globosa Nana. One of the things I love about this plant is it's soft to the touch, and most conifers like this are just not. It's going to get 3 to 4 feet by 3 to 4 feet, just a perfect round ball pretty much with almost no maintenance. Very, very, very easy ball-shaped conifer. It could be used on the corner of a foundation or along a foundation if your windows are up high enough. Great container plant, lots of different uses for it. I'm going to take it around and show you some things that would go well with it. If you have low windows and you're looking for a good foundation combination, this Globosa Nana Cryptomeria looks really, really good with this Radiance Abelia right here. Radiance is only going to get 2 to 3 feet in height. Has these off-white pinkish flowers on it during the summer and into fall. The Globosa Cryptomeria is going to get a little bit taller, and that dark green color makes that variegation really, really pop. This is a kaleidoscope Abelia here. I'm not going to use Globosa Nana with kaleidoscope because kaleidoscope turns a reddish orangey color in the fall, and the Globosa Cryptomeria turns kind of a maroon color in the wintertime, and I think that would end up, I don't think they would ever match. Maybe I'd get lucky on something like that and it would match, but if I'm picking a variegated plant, I'm going to pick one where the variegation is a little more stable through the winter, or similar through the winter, so that it doesn't clash with that burgundy color. Of course, Jim has to bring it and put it next to a Sunshine Ligustrum. If you had much higher windows, you could use the Sunshine Ligustrum as the back piece and these Globosa Cryptomeria in the front, or alternatively, you could use the Sunshine Ligustrum on the corner or maybe in between windows. And then if you have windows that are about 3 feet tall, the Globosa Cryptomeria could go there. But they look really, really great together and would year round. These are both going to be hardy in zones 6, 7, and 8. Ligustrum's even hardier into warmer areas than that. But same thing with that Abelia combination over there. If you're living in zone 6, 7, or 8, you could use that combo. If you're in a slightly colder area, you could use a gold mount Spirea, where I just showed the dwarf Abelias. You can also use these barberries. There's some orange rocket barberries back there. These are some rose glow barberries here. Look how good that foliage combination is right there. Rose glow is going to get pretty good size, maybe 4 feet or more. There's one over here called Crimson Pygmy that is a shorter variety that would work great with these. The great thing about this combination is this Globosa Nana Cryptomeria is going to turn, color in the fall, or winter, which would not match these very well, but these are going to go dormant. They're going to lose their foliage, so they'll still look great in the winter time together. So now for those of you who would like something super, super low maintenance, everything I've shown you so far has been pretty much low maintenance, but if you wanted something where you could slap a couple pieces in the ground on a foundation and walk away from it and not have to really worry about it, this Globosa Cryptomeria is going to get 3 to 4 feet. Put it where it's not going to block the windows. These are Hugendorn hollies right here. There's a lot of dwarf low-growing hollies. Hugendorn happens to be one of my favorites. Let me pull this out real quick so you can see it. Just a perfect dwarf compact habit. Got a big giant group of them here. You can see how popular Hugendorn is, but this is one of my favorites, and they look great together, and would be something you could put in. These would never block your windows, never really need that much pruning. So now you've seen in a couple videos how versatile these Globosa Nana Cryptomeria really are. I would encourage you to do what I just did. I picked up this plant and I walked it around and I put it next to other things to find find good combinations. I used to have very trusting customers that I landscaped for a long time, and you come up with an idea and you throw it, you tell them about it, and then you go to the garden center and you look at it, or the nursery, and you look at it and go, it's not quite as good as I thought. And I would quickly replace something for something else and end up with the right combination. But if you're drawn to something like this Globosa Nana Cryptomeria, when you go to a garden center, whatever it is you're drawn to, put one on a cart and just wheel it around everywhere and put it next to other things and see how you can make it work for you. This plant's going to end up getting 4 feet tall if you don't do any pruning on it. So if you're using it as a foundation plant, this would be the backdrop probably, and you would be looking for things that get 1 to 3 feet in height. Don't know whether you care whether it keeps its leaves or not. This is going to be evergreen, so may not be that important that the other things stay evergreen, or whether or not they go to sleep in the wintertime may not be as important if you've already got an evergreen piece picked out like this. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future videos.